about Warren Buffett, and I think this book is amazing.
Oh, you mean the one that is written by Robert G. Hagstrom?
Yeah, that's the one.
I heard that he's been writing about Warren Buffett, and almost all of them are New York Times best-selling book in America.
That's true. I've read it, and I feel the same way with Indra. This book actually teaches us on how to invest the right way.
Speaking of investing, do you know that the Indonesia Stock Exchange is making a campaign called Yuk Nabung Saham?
Yes, IDX is encouraging Indonesia citizens to invest in the stock market, isn't it? I guess that is needed since Indonesia stocks are mostly owned by foreigners.
Well, I have an idea. Why not we introduce the Warren Buffett way to the Indonesia citizens so they can invest in stock to get gain, not loss. In that way, people will not be afraid to invest anymore, and we can contribute in this campaign.
That's a great idea. So let's start this project now. Are you ready? Sit tight and enjoy.
Do you know who is Warren Buffett?
Warren who? Ah, the rich guy.
How about the IDX?
The Indonesia Stock Exchange? What about it?
Have you ever thought on trying to invest in stocks?
Never thought about it, but I can give it a try. I would love to, but I'm afraid that I would lose a lot.
Well then, let me tell you all that you need to know about investment and how to invest the right way. But first, you got to know who is Warren Buffett. Warren Edward Buffett, or more known as Warren Buffett, is one of the most successful investors in the world. Born in Omaha, Nebraska in 1930 as the second out of 3 children and the only son of Howard Buffett, who was a U.S. congressman, and Layla Stahl Buffett, who was a housewife, Warren Buffett has demonstrated a knack for financial and business matters early in his childhood. Many of his family and friends said that he was a mathematical prodigy, which could be shown by how he is today. At age 11 years old, Buffett made his first investment in City Service at $38 per share. Though the stock price fell, he kept on holding it until it reached $40, where he then sold for small profit. However, he then regretted as the stock afterwards shot to nearly $200 per share. From this experience, he learned that in investing, we need to be patient. Since he is still in a young age, he already has this entrepreneurship spirit in him. This can be shown by how he started several ventures such as delivering the latest newspaper, selling his own horse racing tip sheet, and making profit through pinball machine installed in barbershop. With the money he earned and saved from his childhood business, he can even finance his own higher education fees. While studying in University of Nebraska, Warren Buffett read a book by Benjamin Graham called The Intelligent Investor. This book impressed Buffett so much that he went to New York to study with the author himself at the Columbia Graduate Business School. Can you imagine? At the age of 25, Buffett had already started an investment partnership which gave him a personal stake of $25 million. Utilizing the techniques learned from Benjamin Graham, he was successful in identifying undervalued companies and became a millionaire. One such enterprise Buffett valued was a textile company named Berkshire Hathaway. He began accumulating stock in the early 1960s, and by 1965, he had assumed control of the company. Did you know that Warren Buffett is called as the Oracle of Omaha? This is because he always managed to spin seemingly poor investment into large gains.
Wow, that is so cool.
I agree. And look where he is now. He is the second wealthiest man in the world, just after Bill Gates.
Bill Gates? You mean the one who co-founded Microsoft?
Yes, that is true. And currently, at the age of 87 years old, his net worth is as big as 72.5 billion US dollars, which in Indonesian rupiah is 966.64 trillion rupiah.
Are you serious? Now that I've heard about this, what should I do to be like him?
Well then, to be like Warren Buffett, we should think like him. Let us learn how Warren Buffett does it while facing the capital market fluctuations.
So this is how the market works. Imagine If we are the owner of a small business and have a partnership with Mr. Market, every day Mr. Market will quote us a price which is he willing to buy for half of our business or sell us his half as well. When the business is good, his price is high. However, when he is in a bad day or a very pessimistic mood, he will quote an unusual low price. This quote is according to the mood he is in. That is why, to be an investor, we must not only be financially prepared but also psychologically, so that we will not be struck with a panic while dealing with the everyday market fluctuation that can go so high, at the same time drop so low.
Sometimes, the decline of price is a great way to add more shares to our portfolio at the low prices. As long as we are investing in a business with these three essential things, then you will be okay. The three essential things are: first, good fundamentals from either historical data as well as projected data of the company. Second, good management. Who are the ones that run the company? And last but not the least, good price that is offered in the market for us to buy.
Warren Buffett Way book, it is stated that Buffett always sees stocks as a long-term investment, not a short-term to generate profit. He is not influenced with the market fluctuation of the stocks. Instead, he holds the shares he had bought and hold it permanently in the business he knew are available and will give a successful gain as well. To choose a valuable company to be invested on, we should see all companies as a business owner and not just from the perspective of an investor only. What company do we want to own? A company with a developing growth of operating result, or a company with lots of debt and in the brink of bankruptcy? A company with great leaders full of integrity, or the ones that use money as an advantage like lobbying or corrupting? With this thought, we would have a much improved perspective on choosing which company we want to invest on.
Another trick to choose the right investment is to use economic criteria rather than technical criteria, such as the change of price in the market. Buffett taught us that we should look at the company's return on beginning shareholders' equity, operating margin changes, debt level changes, and the company's ability to generate cash. Are they ideal enough based on the financial ratio given? If they are, then don't be afraid to invest.
Again and again, relationships, investing is very, very important as well as essential. Since we will now think of themselves as business owners, we will absolutely be supporting on what the management needed for the company to grow even more and more. This will lead to company pursuing long-term growth opportunity, as we as an investor would not try to speculate for personal gains, but instead for all the stakeholders' gains. Since investors work together with the management to improve the company's performance. This can be shown by how Warren Buffett assigned voting rights for shares that he purchases to the management of the company. Am I right?
Yes, that is true. Furthermore, Buffett always holds any investment independently. As long as the prospective returns on equity capital of the business is satisfactory, management is shareholder-oriented and competent, and the market does not overvalue the business. Can I sum up the Buffett approach as follows? So much. Now, I can try on investing in the stock market of Indonesia. I will definitely use these techniques in choosing the stocks that I want to invest in.
But first, you should practice in the simulation given so that you can experience the up and down of the market fluctuations. And remember, not to be greedy or you will lose it all.
Well, I hope that you learned something new from this video. Come on, don't be afraid to invest for the better you and for the better Indonesia.
We are Weshare from IPMI MBA September 2016 class.
Goodbye and see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye!